if we're doing an essential graphic novels or comic stories you need to read before you die, there are no better stories than Green Lantern Rebirth. I've always loved the Green Lantern. When I got into superheroes, he was one of the first ones that I got into. Hal Jordan was my hero. His powers were cool. Nothing better than intergalactic space cops literally just fighting things across the cosmos. It's really fucking sick. And basically, in Green Lantern, it's a long, long story. And what Jeff Johns did so well in Green Lantern Rebirth is that he was able to tell a new story that was able to articulate and really humanize a lot of these characters. It made you care about Hal Jordan and his friends, and it reintroduced the mythos of Green Lantern, brought everything back to what it originally was while introducing new characters and kind of retconning certain things. If you like Green Lantern, or if you want to know the epitome of what a great Green Lantern story can be, check out Rebirth, because there's a reason Jeff Johns knows how to breathe fresh life into old characters, and there is no better example than Green Lantern Rebirth. Please check it out. Before reading Astonishing X-Men, you have to check out the bold and beautiful Grant Morrison's run of the new X-Men series. Grant Morrison is considered a superb writer for a majority of different reasons, but realistically, he just gets it. He is bold and tries new things with a lot of different franchises, and what he does is he breathes new life into what the X-Men can be. When you think about X-Men, you think about the standard, Jim Lee, focused X-Men, and where you have, Cyclops, Storm, Jean, Jubilee, Wolverine, all of these characters. And, over all of these eras of their storytelling, Grant Morrison was able to breathe a lot of new fresh air into the lungs of the X-Men, really reinvigorating the characters. Some people like these stories, some people really dislike them, but realistically, everybody needs to read them. You got a team that's much more condensed, more realistic, a lot bolder in the sense of, they get rid of the superhero spandex, and now they're going more of a realistic leather yellow type suit, because now they're there to not mess around anymore. They're not heroes. They're there to fucking save the lives of anybody who needs it. And new X-Men tell stories in such a way where it's exciting. You don't know what's going to happen next. And the team is condensed. So you have Professor X, you have Jean, you have Beast, my boy Cyclops, Wolverine. This is where you actually turn Emma Frost into this new good character, in which, she's utilized in a new way, and so it really breathes like new things into this franchise. And of course, the introduction of the amazing Zorn, my boy right here. Great twists. Everything about it is great. The narrative is insane. This is your quintessential rock supergroup, superstar era of the X-Men. These are some very tantalizing and interesting and bizarre and unique stories. And so if you really want to get a taste of an older man's X-Men, with a lot less of the campy stuff in a more realistic and dangerous world, this is the X-Men you need to check out. Fucking check this out. If you need a place to start in reading Wonder Woman comics, look no further. George Perez's Gods and Mortals is an amazing place to start. And first and foremost, it's amazing because it's true to who Wonder Woman is. From every lettering to every ink to every drawing, you really create this Wonder Woman mythos, and where you kind of get to see who this character is. And there's a reason that people love this character and why she is so iconic. She is the queen for a reason. And in this specific story, she's written in such a way where you care about the things that she does. You learn about the rich history of Themyscira, you learn about her conflict with Ares and the underworld, and basically a lot of mythos that works very well to what makes Wonder Woman so special. The colors in this are amazing as well, in which case you can actually read and the colors really jump off the page. This is a great adventure of a story. When you're reading something, it can become a little bit tedious, but not this story. Wonder Woman is here to stay, and like I said, if you want something to really understand who Wonder Woman is and why she is iconic as she is, this is the best place to start. Great, great read. For those of you just getting into comic books, here we go again. The New 52 is a great way to come in, and it doesn't get any better than Volume 1 of Justice League Origin. If you want to read something that's fun, something that's light, something where you can kind of see your favorite superheroes all together and how they meet for the first time in a reimagining, this is the story for you. I remember picking up Justice League Origin part of the New 52 line, like not knowing what the New 52 was and kind of trying to get into heroes again. And this was so much fun from the beginning to the very end. Green Lantern is hilarious. Batman showcases why he's the boss of the yard. The Flash is funny. Cyborg has a really good introduction into this specific Justice League. Aquaman, again, showcases why he's the king of the seas. Wonder Woman is bold, and Superman is being his badass self. Overall, Justice League, this is a fantastic story for kids, but also if you really want to know more about what makes superheroes so imaginative to millions of people around the world, this is why we read stories. Justice League is a great place. It's a must read. It's a good place to start. Jeff Johns knows how to write his stories, and of course the godly Jim Lee brings life to the pencils on the page. So if you want a good place to start, Justice League doesn't get any better than this. Who watches The Watchmen? But more importantly, who thought of The Watchmen? Alan Moore, thank you so much. If you're into comics and you haven't read Watchmen, you're really missing out. In a world that's so, saturated with Marvel and DC characters, Watchmen is one of those stories that really is an epic told from a human's perspective. You have all of these great heroes, but in this case, you turn that completely on its head. You have a group of people that come together to save the world in such a dark and twisted way, where each turn, each allegory, each symbolic metaphor is met with more intricate and complex characterization that you really get a feel that this is a nihilist's worst nightmare as far as to how to explain the world and how to explain a changing world. This is a great story on a multiple of different levels. The art is great. The story is wonderful. It feels bigger than life itself. It literally is an epic. If we're talking about Homer and the Odyssey and, Jason and the Argonauts and the Golden Fleece, this is on that caliber because this story is told again and again, and it's utilized in such a way where you can really feel a compelling new world through the characterizations. Intricately crafted, this is a must-read story. If you like heroes, and if you like your heroes with a variety of the real, this is the story for you. And it has such iconic characters like Rorschach, my personal favorite, Ozymandias, Dr. Manhattan, the comedian. It's storytelling on a whole new level. And there's a reason that this is considered to be one of the best novels and graphic novels of all time. So please, check it out.